Let me fry. I fried the bento box? I just dump the whole box in there, do I? I'm down. Like, you can tempura batter the whole box. That sounds great. I need more tempura in my life. Do you know how many vegetables I would eat in a day if they were all tempura battered? Like, vegetable tempura is like one of my favorite appetizers, and I'm not a big vegetable guy. But you tempura batter it, and I'm like, hell yeah, zucchini? I'll take that. Daikon radish? Yes, please. I'm like, I mean, it's halfway to being a donut, but... I mean, vegetables are cheap. So it's always an affordable appetizer, and there's always a ton of it. I had Chinese food today and it made me super happy. I say Chinese food. It was Singapore-ish. Thin rice noodles, super spicy. Shrimp are involved. I say it's Singapore, but like, it probably wasn't really. The menu said Singapore. Singapore Mei Foon, My Foon, My Fun. I don't know how to pronounce it. But thin rice noodles. Super spicy seasoning. Shrimp, pork. Basically everything. And it's one of the foods that actually tastes way better as leftovers. Like, if you leave it in like the little to-go box thing, it turns into like a solid brick of noodles. But like, it tastes just as good, if not better, when reheated the next day. I don't know how, I don't know why. It's magical. But back when I was a single person, instead of several people, I would order honey chicken for dinner. Because I like sweet things. You know, sugar hearts and all that. Okay, what am I freezing? Just everything. I needed to pay. Oh my god! Where's the hitbox on this mint? I say as if I'm just not a terrible shot. But hey, 89. That's auto, right? Yeah. I can auto cook common recipes. That was the first common recipe I did. No wonder it gave it to me. I just don't have that many ice cream recipes. You seem to be running out of ingredients. Everyone's resorted to watercress and cranberries. Although I do see a lot of ice cream coming up. my employees drinking coffee at 9 p.m. after the rush is over. Like, I just gotta make it to midnight. Sorry, the ice cream's backed up. How are you guys doing? Whew. Alright, but we're gonna finish up with this game, I think, tonight. Like, I think I'm gonna run out of story. And so this is probably the last, last Chef RPG stream. Then I need to finish up Satisfactory and Space Marine. And then my schedule kind of becomes a lot more open. And I think we focus on Silent Hill this month. Because that's what I decided on. I asked if I should play a spooky game. People in the Discord kind of agreed I should, because it's spooky month. And I'm going with Silent Hill 2. Because a lot of people said that's the best game they've ever played in their entire life. Granted, the last time I asked that, it was like 2000, so... So it's been a while, but the remake was really well done. You like this game? It's calm and relaxing? It is calm and relaxing. I do need to like figure out what the next cozy game on the agenda is. Like, I think it's gonna be a little bit before something new comes up. So I gained credit. My profit was so low. Want to hire more staff. Alright. Can I drop some ingredients in here? Answer's no. Get the cranberries out of there. Get the cheese in there. Eggs I can take out. Chocolate I can put in. Watercress are still high up there. Like, I don't know what ingredients I ran out of. It still seems like I have plenty. You just joined the Discord? Awesome! Welcome, Scary Cow. And for anybody watching who would like to know where the Discord is, I can do a quick Discord command. Theoretically. If I could figure out how my keyboard works. And there's like a nice little link. Alright, let's go to the bar and buy some alcohol. Ah, they're probably closed. I think they close around midnight too. But yeah, welcome to the Discord. If you ever like have anything you want me to play, I've got like a request channel in there. Somebody popped in the other day and was like, play Mechabellum. And it met like all three criteria for me to stream it immediately. Like, the thing that gets me to play a game immediately, number one, I have to want to play it. And I want to play most games, so that one's not hard to meet. Two, like, my audience has to want it. And, you know, just by asking for it, it's a pretty good indicator that the audience wants it. The other thing I do is I check my analytics tool to see if a bunch of complete strangers want it too. Like, I see like if it will get views on YouTube. And if it meets all three of those criteria, like, I will play that immediately. And Mechabellum was like a really good choice too. If you're looking for like a good auto battler, I've been playing it a bunch. I think we just opened the restaurant again? I think that's the play. Maybe I'll pick up some mint leaves along the way. And occasionally I post polls on YouTube or Twitter. The last time I posted a poll on Twitter, it got one response. Exactly one. And they wanted me to play this game. And I was like, okay. Salmon and watermelon bites. Actually, the watermelon bites sounded kind of good. Heard you have a great veggie selection on the menu at La Sequoia, and color me intrigued. Can't wait to try some of these dishes out. Did I accidentally become vegan? Is that a thing I did? I guarantee you it wasn't on purpose. You hope I stay up for a long time today? You decided to make a crochet and you have to finish one for your girlfriend? Well, that sounds good. How about I do stay up for a long time? I'll stay up as long as I can. To be fair, that's the plan every Friday. And it just kind of depends on like how exhausted I am from the week. Like, I find I can only play video games at night. My family just needs too much of my attention during the day. Or I spend time at my day job, you know, doing things. And so, like, I typically play on weekdays at like 4:30 in the morning here. And then Friday nights, I try to stay up as long as I can. And it's usually pretty long. Usually like 3 or 4 a.m. for me. When I just can't take it anymore and I pass out. Honestly, I kind of worry that the content is terrible when that time rolls around. It is almost creepy to walk in here for all these, with all these like mannequin-like employees just standing around. All right. I need more chefs. There's one. Rocco. And Haru. You know what? Good enough. We've got 2 more chefs. Let's just hope that's enough. Alright, as for menu. More stuffed mushrooms, takoyaki, baked potato. I want to use the cream. I'm going to need that for dessert. But the clams I could destroy. Daikon radish fries. I hate the very idea of that. The shrimp cocktail in there. Fried pheasant, elk ribs, and roast pheasant. How am I missing so many things here? I'm out of flour. That's a big deal. I'm almost out of desserts. Almost out of everything. Alright, here's what I need to do. I need to grind flour constantly. You know what? Start with the sorghum. I can use the barley for beer. I guess as long as I'm doing things like, oh, I've got steamers. That might actually make a difference. But let's see. Brewing phase 1. Smash things into juice. Or boil it. Then phase 2. Fermenting. Then aging. And then, yeah, whatever that is. Let's see if the new Steam pieces can improve my menu. I think that's why, like, the menu's a little short-handed. Nope. It didn't help at all. Okay. But maybe that's why my orders have been so rough. Alright. Open the restaurant. Let's make money. Whew. Get to work, all my chefs. Yeah, hang out here with the crew. The crew being my customers. How many things have I got on menu? They're stacking up. 5, 6, 7. Okay, now it's time for me to start doing things. Maybe? Can I have an order? I'll take this one. But it's cool that you're crocheting things for your girlfriend. My wife crochets too. She's actually crocheted a decent number of things. I feel like if it was me, I would start one project and then just be working on that for ages. But she finishes a surprising amount of things, like blankets and hats. She's making little kitty dolls. They're very cute. Yeah, I'll try to keep the cozy content going for as long as we can tonight. Even if we have to switch games. I don't know what I'd switch to, though. I never did get to fight Good King Moggle today in Final Fantasy. I could go back and do that. Queued up for half an hour. It was a nightmare. You just started a month ago? Just because of the mental health? Started with one for your girlfriend because you would want to finish something that makes her happy. That's sweet. Also, I totally get it. If you want to make something for yourself, like you always this thought in the back of your head like, oh, I could quit anytime I want. If I didn't feel like it. Oh, we got too many ice creams on the menu. need flour. I need tons and tons of flour. And it seems like the brewing and cooking, or the equipment needs to be in the restaurant. Otherwise, I'd never do it. Maybe if it was in, like, my house? But yeah, having it over at La Sequoia just meant, like, I would never touch it. I'd never remember to. It's hard enough for me to remember to make coffee for my crew. Which I haven't. Garlic pheasant, mango ice cream off the menu. It still looks like there's a decent variety of things to order. It's just a couple of things. If you run out of takoyaki or crab sushi, like, that's not the end of the world. That's actually kind of ideal, because they use such weird ingredients. Like, if I run out of squid, there's nothing else that was gonna have squid in it. Same with the crab. I think that's my only crab recipe. Now, I'm planning on staying up super late, but on the other hand, like, I've got a harsh couple of weekends coming up, like kids' birthday parties all the time, cutting into my me time, which I have so little of. So it might be a good idea for me to go to sleep. My daughter's already expressed her plans to, like, wake me up first thing in the morning. I asked her not to. I asked her just, please let me sleep. But she really wants to watch a Pokemon movie. And she described one with a Pokemon called Banette. And I kind of didn't believe her. I'm like, I don't know of any Pokemon movie with Banette. But then again, I don't know all the Pokemon movies well enough to say. We've been really into Pokemon lately. My son, without any prompting whatsoever, did the dishes. Like, he's 8 years old. Me, my wife, and my daughter all went grocery shopping, leaving him home alone. And while he was here, he just unloaded the dishwasher without being asked. And so, like, obviously I wanted to dive on rewarding that behavior, like, right away. And I was like, I'm getting you a starter deck of Pokemon cards. He was like, oh, this is amazing. And we, like, I quizzed him and we figured out what, like, the perfect starter deck for him would be. The next day, my daughter did the same thing. She unloaded the dishwasher without being asked. And she's like, now where's my starter deck? And I'm like, now hang on. Your motivation's a little different, but yeah, I'm still very happy with what you did. So you get a starter deck too. My son wanted Steel, because his favorite Pokemon is Bisharp, which is a Pokemon with an axe for a face. He seems pretty cool. My daughter's favorite Pokemon is Hoppip. And this is the first time I've ever heard of anyone's favorite Pokemon being Hoppip. Like, it's really cool that she's different like that, but like, that's a weird one. I don't know. I was really into, like, Oddish when, like, Pokemon first came out 100,000 years ago. Really, I liked Gloom. Gloom was ideal. I had Pokemon Red, so I didn't have that Bellsprout nonsense. Oddish just seemed radder. more cool. Like, I didn't have Sand Shrew and Sand Slash. What did I have instead of that? I want to say, like, Arbok? And if it's Arbok and Ekans, like... I feel like that might be the better one, too. Sand Slash was really cool, though. Or Sand Shrew. He was a cute little pangolin guy. Alright, the sunset. Let's close the restaurant. I think I made the money. I don't really have a favorite Pokemon myself. I was a big fan of Mewtwo. And I had a Gyarados that I got to level 100 that I raised from a baby Magikarp. I mean, I bought that Magikarp for 500 Poke Yen, and I was like, I'm gonna get my money's worth out of this. And Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, I think it was? Yeah, it was. I built my entire team around a Pokemon called Shedinja. He was a rad little guy. Like, he was this weird... He was like a ghost bug. And he was weak to a lot of things. But he could only be hurt by things he was weak to. And so I built my other team, like the rest of the team, just around trying to kill the Pokemon that could kill him back. And so, like, fire types were super effective, so I'd have to have, like, a water type to, like, deal with them. Or a rock type, because he's also weak to ice. Or, you know, things like that. And I had a pretty cool team. I don't remember all of it, because some of them were kind of boring, but I do remember Frostlass and Hippowdon, because they were both really cool. I like Hippowdon because he's just a big hippo, and I like his sandstorm ability. Anyway, is it boring, me just talking about Pokemon the entire time? It's kind of cool that my kids are into Pokemon. You never liked Pokemon because your brother would make you watch it with him? You wanted to watch Totally Spies? Well, to be fair, I would rather watch Totally Spies than Pokemon. Like, it's just low-key better. And now I want to watch Totally Spies. What else do I watch with the kids? I watch so many things. I'm a big child at heart, too. Satisfaction is great here. Reputation is perfect. I didn't get dinged on wait time. I think we have adequate staff for the first time in our lives. How'd that happen? Like, we're making, like, no money. Because it all goes directly into staff. But I can do things. Alright, let's get the squid and probably the crab off the menu, right? We're out of rice. Without rice, I see no reason to keep crabs or seaweed in here. Get apples. Maybe some squash. Raspberries? Eggs? I think I just need to spend all my money on ingredients. But first, sleep. As a 2002, or sorry, let's see, X-Men? You used to love the cartoon when you were a kid? They remade it, and I heard it was really good. X-Men 97, I think they called it, where they just basically made new episodes of the old cartoon. Like, that sounds great. They even, like, remixed the theme song, or, like, upgraded it, remastered it. I'm not sure how you'd want to say it. But, yeah, I should watch that with my kids. I really like the X-Men. I had a Morph figurine when I was a kid. Kids these days don't even know who Morph is. But he was big in the cartoon for a little while. He was right there in the first episode freaking out Jubilee.